In my book, The Shallows, I delve into the profound ways the internet is changing us. It's a deep dive into how our daily interactions with technology are reshaping our cognitive functions. It's not just about convenience. The internet has become an integral part of our lives, influencing how we think, learn, and even how we perceive the world around us. It's about how our brains work. The neural pathways in our brains are being altered by the constant bombardment of information. We are reshaping our minds with every click and scroll. Each interaction with our devices reinforces certain neural circuits while neglecting others. The internet, while amazing in many ways, has a downside. It offers endless information and entertainment, but at the cost of our attention spans and deep thinking abilities. It can make our thinking shallower. We skim rather than read. We browse rather than ponder. This isn't about being anti-technology. It's about recognizing the impact and finding a balance. It's about understanding the trade-offs. For every hour spent online, there's an opportunity cost in terms of deep, reflective thinking. When we spend hours online, we train our brains to be scattered and impatient. Multitasking becomes the norm, but it comes at the expense of our ability to focus deeply on one task. Deep thinking, the kind that leads to insights and creativity, becomes harder. Our ability to engage in sustained, focused thought diminishes. This book is a call to be mindful, to take a step back and evaluate how we use technology. We need to use the internet in ways that don't erode our mental capacities. This means setting boundaries and taking breaks. The changes happening are subtle. They creep up on us, altering our cognitive landscape bit by bit. You might not notice them at first, but over time, the effects become more pronounced. But over time, you may find it harder to focus on a book, follow a complex argument, or simply sit and think. The ability to concentrate deeply is eroded. This is the internet's influence, rewiring our brains for a world of constant stimulation and distraction. It's a call to action to reclaim our cognitive abilities and find a healthier balance with technology. Our brains are incredibly adaptable, constantly evolving and changing in response to our environment and experiences. This remarkable ability to change and reorganize itself is called neuroplasticity. Throughout our lives, our brains rewire themselves based on our experiences, learning, and interactions. This is how we learn new skills, adapt to new environments, and even recover from injuries. But here's the catch. Neuroplasticity isn't always positive. It can have a dark side too. Our brains can adapt to bad habits just as easily as good ones, reinforcing negative behaviors. When we spend excessive time online, our brains become wired for distraction, constantly seeking the next dopamine hit. We get used to the constant stimulation of notifications, updates, and hyperlinks, making it hard to disconnect. This can make it difficult to focus on tasks that require sustained attention, like studying or working on a project. Our brains, accustomed to the fast-paced world of the internet, become restless and impatient when faced with slower, more demanding activities, leading to frustration and decreased productivity. The internet bombards us with information. It's a never-ending stream of articles, videos, social media posts, and emails. While access to information is valuable, this constant influx comes at a cost cognitive overload. Our brains simply weren't designed to process this much information at this speed. When we're constantly bombarded with stimuli, our attention gets fragmented. We become skilled at skimming and scanning, but our ability to engage in deep, focused thinking suffers. The internet, with its emphasis on speed and efficiency, can make us feel like we're always on, always connected, and always behind. This constant pressure can lead to stress, anxiety, and a feeling of mental exhaustion. Section 4. From Papyrus to Pixels, the Evolution of Communication. The way we communicate has always been shaped by technology. From the invention of writing to the printing press, each new technology has altered how we think and interact with the world. The internet is no different. It's a revolutionary technology that's changing the very fabric of our culture. The internet, with its vast reach and immediacy, has democratized information and connected people across the globe. But this ease of access comes with a trade-off. The internet's structure, with its hyperlinks and distractions, encourages us to skim and multitask, often at the expense of deep reading and focused thinking. Section 5. Mindful Internet Use, a Path to Cognitive Preservation. The internet is here to stay, and that's not a bad thing. In fact, it has revolutionized the way we live, work, and connect with others. It's a powerful tool that can be used for good or ill. It offers endless opportunities for learning, creativity, and communication. The key is to use it mindfully. We need to be aware of its potential downsides and take steps to mitigate them. This means recognizing when it's time to disconnect and focus on the present moment. We can't let the internet dictate how we think and live. Instead, we should take control of our digital habits. We can start by setting boundaries. Establishing clear limits on our internet use can help us maintain a healthy balance. Designate specific times for checking email and social media, and stick to them. This prevents constant interruptions and allows us to focus on more important tasks. Make time for activities that require sustained attention, like reading, writing, or engaging in meaningful conversations. These activities help to strengthen our cognitive abilities and foster deeper connections. When you do use the internet, be intentional about it. Have a clear purpose in mind and avoid aimless browsing. Don't just passively consume whatever comes your way. Be selective and critical about the content you engage with. Seek out information and experiences that enrich your life and challenge your mind. By doing so, you can harness the power of the internet to enhance your cognitive well-being and personal growth. Like, subscribe, and share.